Good afternoon, Whitewater students. I'm back, and I'm here to talk about Mara and Don. So we're going to talk about finishing the book, and we're going to talk about a little bit about journals. So first of all, and this is the most important thing I had to say, if you have not been reading the book, if you've been fell way behind, I want you to read the last three chapters, 18, 19, and 20, and write your journals primarily based upon that. I will try to create a synopsis for tomorrow morning that will give a brief summary of everything that happened, chapters 1 through 16, but that's really not needed. The more important thing is that if you have not been doing the reading, to do a good job on this assignment, I think the trick is to read the last three chapters just by themselves and do all of your journaling based on that. Write about characters, write about um, incidents, write about description, style. People who have been doing the reading, of course, you'll want to deal with those last three chapters. They're key. There's so much going on. They're really rich. They're interesting. They're fun. There's more adventure and action. But you're also going to have all those chapters that came before that you're going to want to show me that you read all those chapters. Um, I want everyone to do a good job in this journal, but yeah, people who trek the long distance, I want you to find different ways to signal to me that you read the whole book. Um, so those are our two options going forward. Very briefly, what can you write about? Character. I don't want to make a list right here of all the main characters. You guys can do that. Write down their names. There's Lita, and there's obviously Mara and Don. Felice and Felix, I would write about them. They're the old couple who live in that strange palace called the Center, and they have the plan for Mara and Don. Step back from them for a second. What is it about them that's so creepy? I think you'll notice that they believe entirely in the restoration of the throne, restoration of monarchy. They believe that Mara and Don are these sacred children, and they would have them restored to the throne. Is key because Don is drawn into that, and Mara has no interest in that at all. It's rare, right? If someone said to you, "You're actually a magical princess, and you have a special destiny awaiting you," most people would be thrilled to hear that news, right? All right. Right about the different places. I do want to draw your guys' attention to the scene with the marsh sickness because that's so similar to what we have going on right now. It's handled beautifully by Lessing in the book. It's the scene, it's the month they spend with Mavid. Leading into that is a really great scene. They're in a boat and they're floating along a river, and they see below them in the river where drowned cities exist below us. You can look down and see them, and some of them are vast, big cities. Never really clear what era they would have come from, but it has to do with the changes in the land and the land growing marshier and cities sinking. That very dreamlike vision of drowned cities is a great way for Lessing to then lead into the dreamlike experience of the marsh sickness. So, uh, read the book carefully. I think you get more when you read it slowly and try to absorb things and maybe even jot down a couple of notes to write about than if you're just like, oh, I have to keep on tracking, have to read every chapter. What am I going to do with all this? Just concentrate on this. And I will be doing a few more videos like this to help with things to think about. I want to keep them short. So I'm going to stop this one here. Notice behind me that painting, the white horse, color Xerox, and a cheap frame from St. Vinny's. And the one from Pennsylvania, I think here is also one that I showed you guys. And up there in the center, uh, I had a really nice print that I inherited one time. Uh, I loved it, but nobody else was interested in it. And so I got it by default. There you go. Good luck.